Hello there folks, it's TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Ashes Cricket Career Mode with our own player, Toby Jones. Today it's the second episode of the Career Mode and we're playing today in our second match in the Midlands Shields. If you didn't watch the last episode, I'd go and recommend that and go and do that right now. But of course, if you watched the last episode and are sticking around to watch this one, you will remember that we lost our first match to Stourbridge. Now, it's a little bit frustrating because that leaves us bottom of the table, but I can see that the other games have been played. Well, there's one game that's been played between Huntington and Kington. It looks like they've drawn, so gives us a bit of a chance to get back into it, but we were pretty much annihilated in the last match by Stourbridge, so whether it's just that Stourbridge are the best opposition in the league, I'm not quite sure. But we play against Maidenhead today, who also lost their first match of the Shield. Can we find out who they lost to? I'm not interested in the England tour of New Zealand particularly at the moment. Can we not find out? So fixtures, here we go. South East Cup, so there we go, Midlands Shields. So match drawn, Huntington actually won that one on count back, okay, brilliant. But Maidenhead lost to Kington by 204 runs last time out, so it seems that we are going to be quite close to them. We're at home again, whether that's to our advantage I'm not quite sure, and of course we only scored 18 runs last time out, so I think we need to improve that a little bit to try and be one of the best batsmen in the team. And fingers crossed maybe be moved up the order a little bit and then perhaps used in the county side in the future. It's going to take a while though to get to the county side. Again, I'm not sure which county we've selected. I can't believe I made that mistake. But I can't remember which county I selected. It might well be Derby, I'm not quite sure. But as it just says there, after climbing the ranks of club cricket, you will begin to play domestic league with a domestic team, so the counties I was talking about earlier, and then hopefully at some point in this career mode we may well get to play for England, but that is a long way away yet, because I guess the disadvantage of being middle order batsman is that we haven't got really anything in the bowling alley, so we've got to sort of take out a 5 or 6, which is quite tricky really to get a 5 or 6 spot, because you've got to be pretty good at batting because you've got nothing on the bowling side. So your batting is really the thing that's measured. You know, if an all-rounder that's lower than that sort of 7 or 8 level, or at the other end of the spectrum, you've got to be sort of a 3 or 4 level batsman in terms of position. You have to be either good at the batting, but with the bowling side, you can be a decent bat as well, so that can be on your side. But we are just a batsman. We're in as 6th man again in this 3-day test match. It's overcast here again as it was in the first test, and as you can see, is our player in the awfully coloured sort of browny, horrible, it's just disgusting kit. But Maidenhead have won the toss, and they are going to have a bowl. So we're going to bat first on this wicket, same as what the test match is at the moment between England and West Indies in real life. Again, quite a poor show from us in real life, but this isn't talking about real life. Today, it's a big episode between ourselves and Maidenhead. We certainly don't want to get overdone by Maidenhead. We don't want to be out for a low score. We don't want to lose 2 in a row, because that would be an awful start. But at the same time, Maidenhead want to get their Midlands Shield off to a decent start as well. They've lost 1 match and now they want to make sure they get over us. So Oleg Samaru, the right fast arm bowler, is going to be in first. Facing is I think it's Chris Vessels and Graham Bates, I think it is. We'll learn the players' names over time. We'll watch this first delivery. How's he going to get on? He hits that. What on earth was that? Is he out? Seriously? He's gone? Well, that's just brilliant. That's fantastic. What? Cameron Vessels? What was Cameron doing there? Absolutely ridiculous. Stupid. First delivery. Look at him. He doesn't even care. I mean, who in their right mind, apart from us, of course, because we're the exception. I know I'm an idiot when it comes to playing these shorter shots, but who on their first delivery goes for a shot like that? With a fielder out there quite clearly. He's been caught, and now we're 0 for 1, and that's just quite poor. And Hamlet McLean, who looks to be making his first match, so his debut in this, is up next. And he's not done much better. He's out for 4. Bates with a decent run of, to be fair, a decent run rate of 29 off 56. And to be fair, McCalman helped a little bit as well, getting 33. And Bates is doing well here. He's out now, though, unfortunately, for 75. And O'Neill, I think, he's on about 40. So we're doing decently, to be fair, after that disastrous start. In theory, we were, you know, we were 0 for 1. So in theory, we are technically 150 for 3, which isn't too bad. I'd take that any other day. It's just the stupidity that was shown at the start. But the run rate's not too bad, actually. It's around 4 and over, isn't it, actually? Just a bit less, I think. But that's not too bad in the grand scheme. Ooh, good timing, but we've just been beaten by the bowler there. Nearly 70 mile an hour. A good length ball and a good speed. And after those first 2 block balls, it's Trevor Gray who comes in. You'll remember last episode we were out to a wrist spin bowler in the second innings when we started to do well. So we are just going to be a little bit tentative with this one. Good shot. Take the single. I'm quite happy to be off strike for the next ball, but it's a good shot that was. Down to the right, the opposite way that we probably be expected to bat. And to be fair, the opposite way that we do usually bat. It came to the off stump, and we batted and dealt with it well. Of course, being a left-hander, it does change where the bowlers have to bowl a little bit. In comes Gray off the last delivery of the over, and that is just going to be a dot ball. The umpire moves out of the way. It was quite quick, actually, off the bat, but it went straight into the ground, which meant that it was a dot ball. And after 38 overs, we're now 156 for 4. And with that 4 that O'Neill got on that last over, we managed to pick up 6 on that over, which pushes our run rate just over 4, we're at 4.11, which is quite solid and a decent start to the innings. Good start. I mean, our downfall last time, ultimately, was that Stourbridge had a really good first innings, got about 400, and we simply couldn't reply. But this looks like a decent innings from us, to be fair. That's a nice shot. Maybe a bit of a risky run there, I'm not quite sure, but we have picked the run up, which is our second run of the day. O'Neill back on strike. Makes sense, really, him being the batsman that's been in the crease for a lot longer than us. But he's been in a crease for a little bit longer now, and we now start the next over, in which it seems that there were all dot balls in that last over. But that's a good first shot, showing a bit of bravery, going for any balls that hover just outside the off stump. But unfortunately on that occasion, it went straight to the fielder. In he comes then again. To be fair, he's got quite a high run rate, I have to say, has Gray so far. He's conceding around about 5 and over, which is, of course, over the run rate at the moment. But he's took a wicket, so I guess that's why they're keeping him on, and they probably realised that we're not all too brilliant against spin bowling. But I'll tell you what, that wasn't a bad shot at all. We're going to go for the risky. We're going to go for the risky 2 here. We're going to get it quite easily, actually, in the end. And that was nice, nice batting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Obviously, can't get complacent or anything like that. We want to make sure we get a decent score today. That's really important. So we're just going to not bother hitting that one. He is teetering quite a way outside the off stump, and we hit it a bit at a time, and it just ends up being an edge, and we end up being out, which is exactly what we don't want to happen at this stage. That looks like a more tasty shot, though, but that was a bit of a poor choice, to be fair. I thought it would come more over to the right, well, the way we're looking at it, but it didn't. So we've got 1 ball left in the over. We may as well leave this one unless it's inviting. Unless it's inviting, we may as well leave it, and yet we'll leave that. Again, time was early missed, but footwork and shot choice were fine, and therefore not the best over, but it still runs, and the most important thing is that we haven't lost our wicket. O'Neill get another single, though, there at the start of the new over. In come the Maidenhead bowler. Oh, that is an edge, but it's worked out quite well for us, and this should be, and it will be, our first boundary of the match. In quite unforeseen circumstances, really. Our worst shot of the innings yet, quite funnily enough. Bit of an edge. If there were if there were slips out there, that would have been caught, but fortunately there weren't, so yeah, so fortunately that wasn't caught. We could have gone for the run there, but maybe a bit too risky. Didn't realise quite how close the fielder was, and how soft the shot was going to be, if you like, but how quickly it gets to the fielder. But this is quite an aggressive field, and we pick up another single there. And from 4 balls, 6 is a very nice amount. A quick ball there from Croft, 77.7 mile an hour. He's kept it quite tight, to be fair. 36 runs off 13 overs, obviously with this last ball to go. That's not confirmed yet. But even if we get a 6, that's still, you know, a maximum of sort of 3 or 4 and over. Well, it's a maximum of 3 and over, and that is a very nice 4. And we're slowly getting into the groove a little bit here of this innings, without sounding like Madonna at all. But we are getting into the groove of this innings a little bit here. And that 1 ball went particularly astray. But a great over for us. 11 runs, and that's a nice way, in fact, to end the session. So at the end of the session, we're on 13 off 15. O'Neill on 45. And to be fair, apart from some quite poor innings by McLean, the debutant, and a shocking first shot from Vessels, we're actually looking alright at the lunch break. Which is nice. It can't surely be the lunch break, though. 41 overs. Doesn't quite seem right. Can't have played that many, but nonetheless, O'Neill's facing over after lunch, and now Keogh comes in the wrist spinner. We've had a decent start to the innings. We've got to keep this up, though, and I'm not a big fan of the spin bowlers, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get a nice single, bit of a risky shot down by leg stump. We went for it regardless, and now O'Neill's back on strike. Wonder if he can pick up his half century. That'd be brilliant. He's on 48, though. Just needs a few more runs, and certainly a wicket is not really what O'Neill and the whole team wants at this point. Good timing, but we were just beaten by the ball there. Yeah, we don't really want a wicket for ourselves. O'Neill doesn't want a wicket. You won't need someone who's going to be a bit solid, give him a bit of breathing space down the other end of the crease. But this is a better innings than our first two combined, really. We scored 18 in the first two innings combined. If we can get another 4 runs, we beat those 2 innings. In he comes. Ooh, that was an odd one. That was a real odd one. Whether it was just because the fielder sort of got that in his hands and it went up, but it seemed to go and elevate itself quite weirdly. But I'm not going to complain. We get the 1 run, and we're now back on strike for the other wrist spinner. They're playing with 2 spinners. That's interesting. Gray at the other end of the stadium. That's a lovely shot. That's gone straight past the fielder. Brilliant timing. And just when we thought, oh, I'm a bit worried about these spinners. To be fair, the fielder does stop it going for 4. But we pick up 3, and it's the best of both worlds because we don't like the spinners, and O'Neill's back on strike. But we've picked up a good amount of runs there, and this is nice, this is solid. But he's got a single, not quite at 50 yet. And hopefully we can get another few runs to just bolster this partnership. It's a Yorker, and that's a decent shot. It's a brilliant shot in the end, actually. Do we just go for the 1? Yeah, we'll just go for the 1. We don't want to be too stupid, don't want to get an unnecessary run out, because you don't know how quick these fielders can be. And that is nice. But O'Neill gets a single there to pick up his 50, which is brilliant. And with a few more runs, we'll be halfway to 50. Good shot. Ooh, the fielder's there. Could well have been 4, that could, but it's another dot ball to end the over. And as you can see, Patrick O'Neill's picked up his 50. Quite a variation in shots, really. 2 6s over the boundary. In fact, it was quite literally over the boundary. It's gone out of the stadium. Look at that. But a few good 3s and 4s all around the ground. Just obviously behind his crease this way. He hasn't hit it yet, which I'm not particularly surprised at, to be quite honest. But 2 quite ambitious 6s, really. And O'Neill, after showing his... I can't remember what that's called. It's like, well, I can't remember what the official name... There's an official name for what that is that I've just shown you. But we're just going to get to the point. And I have to say, we're really getting to the groove of this innings now. And that's another boundary for ourselves. So our strike rate goes up to 100. And to be fair, O'Neill's... you know, quite quick as well. 51 off 72, so fair play to him. Ooh, that was nasty. Again, a bit later, a bit early. That could well have gone off the bottom edge of the bat. And with the wicket-keeper being so good at catching today, I wouldn't go against him getting that. It's another brilliant ball through that fielder. Quite weird that that fielder's only there, because we've beaten him a few times now. But the fielder's on the boundary to stop it nonetheless. And that's another 2. Brilliant. Good batting this is. And a nice partnership. We came in at 150 for 4, I think. So, ooh. Okay, what on earth is the wicket-keeper doing? Just kept running, couldn't get past the stumps. That was a poor shot from us, to be fair. But we're still learning. 25, though, is our individual batsman's score. That looks like a tasty ball. We are going to wait, though. Go straight to the field. At the end of the over, 188 for 4. 7 scored off the over. Good stuff. We're going at a good rate. This is good to see. Right, Gray comes in again. He's conceding about 5 and over, as we said earlier. We're going to go for that. Maybe I felt that could have been a little bit late. But they feel it's good timing, so we're going to pick up a single from it. The fielder's on the boundary, so we're well, they're all right for conceding runs. But there's no fielder on the boundary now, but there's a fielder very close to us on the left, so we're going to have to bear that in mind. And he's going to play a few nasty shots, I think, now. No, not a few nasty shots. Going to put a few nasty balls in there. Just to try and break this partnership. Because this partnership could be good. It's nearly at 50. And we're just going to see another defensive shot there. 3 off the over. Not the best for us. But the most important thing is that we keep our partnership going. Another 3 runs for O'Neill then. Off the 3 balls there. Again, we've got Waters at short leg there. Pardon me. Got mid on and deep mid off. We've got how many slips? Just 1 slip. So if we edge it, we're not too bad. In he comes though. Nice shot. Brilliant. Past the 2 fielders there on the leg side. And we pick up a good duo of runs there. Nice stuff. Good, aggressive, quick running, but not too stupid at the same time. 5 off the over so far. Only midway in. Very impressive, I have to say. Has he changed the field again? Oh, that fielder's gone to short cover. No, I don't want to move that. This is what's going to mess us up here, I think. Nice shot. Oh, straight to the fielder, though. It's a brilliant shot that was in the end. Seemed natural, that. It just seemed really natural. Just come off the bat nicely. Yeah, the fielder's there at short cover. But interestingly, they've moved that fielder quick. I think it was Waters even. Nice shot. Should be a single at least. No, we're not going to go for 2 because that means if the batsman did come back, O'Neill, to the non-striker's end, then he would have been out. That would have been unfortunate. In comes Ed Dennis. Quick bowler. Nice to see a bit of a change. Whether they want to try and get a wicket, because the partnership is nearly at 50 now. O'Neill going for it really nicely and ourselves going for it as well. We're not going to go for the run there. Because the worst thing for us now would be a wicket. Definitely. We don't want to lose a wicket probably in the next few overs. We've lasted a while now, to be fair. Well, for our standards anyway. So we don't want to muck that up. We're not going to go for that one either. That's the disadvantage really with the faster bowling. The ball travels quicker at a quicker rate. And obviously we've hit it at a quicker rate. Then we do struggle. But it's Dennis's first over of the innings. So he's going to want to make quite an impression. Ooh, poor timing there. Position of the ball threw us a bit. And this is an LBW appeal. But the umpire's not interested. And they're not going to appeal for that. I don't think it was though. Just missing off stump. Nice shot. Again, we're not going to go for it. These fields are organised very well. We're going to have to find another shot that's not on the offside. Well, we could play it down there. But there's always a chance that we could edge it. And with 2 slips, do I really want to risk it? I'm not really sure. That's decent though. A bit of an edge, but that's really what you need to get to hit it at that sort of angle. And that's perfect. That's all we really need from the over. We've picked up a boundary. No need to be too ambitious on the next shot. Just make sure we stay in. That's a decent edge, to be fair. Quite a composed one. Nothing daft and nothing untoward. But a nice edge, and it's gone straight to the boundary. They've changed the field though again. Still with 2 slips? Yeah, still with 2 slips. But just covering that area, we just got the boundary in. But there are more pockets in the field that we can take advantage of. And again, we're not going to go for the single there. Still well organised, and that means we're over on the 200 mark, which I think means that the partnership should be at 50. And wow, O'Neill scored a 6 there. So he's really getting on with it now. I just hope we can stay with him for as long as possible. That's a lovely shot, and that should be a 4. And we are batting Keogh all over the place now. And off 4 balls, this is 11 runs, and ourselves and O'Neill are really getting into it. And as you can see, both batsmen, particularly us now, have got some real confidence. Wouldn't it be brilliant to get our first half century before the end of the episode? No, we're not going to go for that. Good stuff though, this is. Nice to see. Can we do it? Can we get a half century? In he comes. Decent shot, and it's straight to the fielder. Sometimes you need shots like that. And then don't hurt. Another single there. For O'Neill. That means we're back on strike with our mate Dennis the Menace. Put it in again. Nice shot. We can go for the single there. A little bit slower. And that is a nice single. O'Neill with another 3. He's really getting a bit aggressive now. Clearly finding some confidence. I don't feel quite so confident with the lofted shots at the moment. But you never know. That was a bit daft. A bit greedy that was there. Trying to go down the leg side. But the ball just didn't come that way. And we had quite a poor timing on that one. So I wouldn't recommend that. In he comes again. That's a decent shot. But the speed of that one means it goes straight to the fielder. Well covered out there. Certainly. It's a natural shot to play there. Straight down the wicket could be an idea. But I don't know where we can go. To get a gap anyway. Oh dear. Well, that was greedy from us there. That was greedy. We tried it before earlier on in the over. It didn't work. And it looks like Dennis has done his job. I think they've broke the partnership after a long time. And it is a wicket. We don't get the chance to appeal. I mean, it was quite obvious that it was coming off the bat. But quite poor from us there. We're out. Good progress, though. Certainly good progress. Out for 38, but good progress. 46 balls, a good strike rate. And we've certainly contributed, and contributed well for that matter, to the run rate. Just hope that doesn't unnerve O'Neill now. I hope it doesn't. Because I think he could go for his 100. But on 50 overs, it's 217 for 5. Let's watch the end of the innings. Let's simulate the end of the innings. See how we get on. That's a lovely shot from O'Neill. O'Neill? O'Neill.
Very nice there from Gray.
Nice to see, though. Nice to see him doing well. And we didn't do badly there, so I'm quite proud of that. But O'Neill's gone virtually immediately. And, oh dear, Cromwell's gone for it. Not a lot. Aiden's done decently, but we're all out now for just shy of 300, I think. How many did we get? 294, I mean, to be fair, after us, apart from Cromwell, Oliver Cromwell, they all did decently. I have to say that all round, that wasn't a bad score. Bates and O'Neill taking the control of the innings, but certainly a respectable score from the rest of the batsmen. Ourselves, the top of the others. We're third best in that innings. But good stuff to see from other batsmen, and quite poor though from McLean, Cromwell and Vessels, particularly Vessels with that stupid shot. But that's going to be the end of today's episode, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. A good partnership with O'Neill and a good step for us to become a good batsman for the Wolverhampton team. But this match isn't all over yet. Tune in on Monday to see how we get on against the team. I can't remember who we're playing now. Who are we playing? We're playing Maidenhead. That's embarrassing, isn't it? But let's see how we get on against Maidenhead. I reckon we've got a good chance. We've batted quite well there, and if we continue that into the second innings, we've certainly got a chance of winning this match. But thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been TIJ Gaming, and until Monday, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.